Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to your spoiler alert. I am Mike with Mike W Productions, and we are talking about, a little something. A little something that has to do with a little something. We are talking about, of course, today, the book of Boba Fett. So, this episode is pretty interesting. We have a remix of things that we already know, things that we were told in The Mandalorian Season 2, which I don't think we necessarily needed to actually see, but it was an interesting contrast to see them, and it was a nice little bit of filler. I say filler because, there's not much actually going on in the story quite yet, besides Boba trying to assert his dominance as the new kingpin, if you will. So, in this episode, we have a mix of flashbacks to when Boba Fett got eaten by, I believe, the Snorlax. And what happened, how he got out, etc., etc. And then on the other forward end of that, we get a story of how he is trying to assert his dominance in the Tatooine planet. So, it's pretty interesting. We do get some Jawas and some Tusken Raiders. The Tusken Raiders, he gets in the Snorlax pit and then gets out of the Snorlax pit, kind of passes out, and then the Jawas come and steal all of his armor, like we know from Mandalorian Season 2. And
the Jawas wanted the crystals. They offered their finest in exchange.
My treasure bought me more than a full water skin. It bought my freedom.
And then the Tusken Raiders find him and basically turn him into a slave, which is pretty interesting. There is a scene where they go to a moisture farm, I believe they're called. And on this moisture farm, there is this group of bandits that basically kill the guy who owns it for the water, and then they just let the water kind of spill all over the place, which I think is kind of a waste of a valuable resource, but I'm not the bad guy who left all the water running. It was very reminiscent of the time that Luke Skywalker's family, Uncle Owen and Aunt Peru got killed.
If they traced the robots here, they may have learned who they sold them to, and that would lead them back home.
Oh, wait, Luke! It's too dangerous!
And so that was kind of a slight callback to that scene, if you will. But they don't go there after the guys leave and the guy is dead and see if he's okay or not. But that's that. I don't know what the symbol is. If you do, hit me up in the comments, because I don't know what he drew a symbol on the wall, and I don't know what, if that's just a clan, tag, or if that's like a symbol of something meaningful. But he did write something on the wall, and I don't know what it is because I'm not that deep into the Tatooine lore. So, and then he has this little meeting with the local, mayors and magistrates and all these people, the people who are in charge. And some people bring him, robots and stuff. They're supposed to bring him money because he is basically the new crime boss. He's now basically Kingpin. But there was this one that did not bring him anything and actually wanted him to pay them. And he said no, and just be lucky that you, the messenger, did not get killed. So he was like, yeah, I'll tell my boss, but he's not going to be very happy. So, yeah. So that happened. He went to this little bar to kind of just, introduce himself to the owner there. They gave him some money in his helmet because they cleaned it and left a tribute to Boba Fett. And then I believe, if I am not mistaken, the guy who didn't bring a tribute, he went back to his boss, and his boss sent some people to attack him. So, to attack Boba Fett. Okay, and that works. And then we get this nice little parkour. Situation with the other bounty hunter that is with him, and she's running around trying to stop these guys to figure out who sent them, what they're all about. They do get them, and the pig guard, like the really big pig guard guys, they got brought back to him, and basically they pledged their allegiance to him and, are helping him. So they're dragging him through there. And then every time he goes into these little, healing pods, we get a flashback to what was happening during him getting out of the Snarlack pit, which is pretty fun. It gives you a little more depth of what actually happened. It's not just like, well, I got out and lost my armor, which is kind of like what we got in The Mandalorian. But this one gave us a little bit more story, gave us an actual story to that. And it was an interesting one. And then they were digging, because they got captured in the past. We have him digging for water with this, I forget what they're called. I think one of them was Guido, but that's a different character who got shot in the first one. But it's that kind of like buggy head guy.
Yes, Greedo. As a matter of fact, I was just going to see your boss. Tell Jabba that I've got his money.
So they're there digging for these water pods, basically. And if you know what these are, again, I don't know much about Tatooine lore and monsters and stuff. And then this like 6-armed like centaur thing pops out of the ground there and starts attacking them. We have a little bit of a Princess Leia moment where Boba Fett takes his chain and chokes out the thing that pops out. And kills it, and then the little boy who was basically taking them to the water guys, the moisture farm, and then had them digging stuff, basically took credit for it. But the elder knew that Boba Fett really did most of, if not all of the work, and gave him water, and was kind of like, yeah, you're one of us now. So that's kind of how the episode goes. The parkour was pretty fun. The storyline was pretty fun. I like the lady that owns the bar. I hope they go back to her like as a regular character, because that whole vibe of the cantina, that it's probably, I'm thinking it's the same one that Luke and Obi-Wan went to meet Han Solo. I'm hoping that's kind of the case, because this is Tatooine and you kind of missed a opportunity there. If it's not, the band actually does quite a bit better than they were before in that scenario. playing different instruments in this one. But it's kind of cool to see the upgrade that they got. And of course, you have to understand that this is after what happened in Mandalorian. So when they do the flashbacks, it's what happened in episode 6. Episode 5. And what... and the build up to that is him getting out of the Snorlax pit, all the flashbacks. And this is after the Death Star gets destroyed, and a couple years later, where Luke is looking for new Jedi to train, and all of the stuff that happened to the Mandalorian. This is right after that. So it is kind of, it's not very hard to keep up with like what's going on, because you do see both different styles of basically editing and form to kind of understand, okay, these are the flashback scenes, especially since he's usually in the healing pod, and then all of the forward scenes, he's awake getting out of the pod. So it's not very hard to like get switched, like to follow the flow of the story. So so far so good. We will have to continue and see. Again, I do hope that we continue with the fun of him meeting all of these, like, feudal lords, if you will, trying to assert his dominance in this realm as being the big, heavy, and, hopefully we'll get maybe some other friends to pop up along the way besides... I believe her name is Finnick. And so, maybe we'll get some other people. I do know that, what is her name? From the Mandalorian series is done, because, they kind of fired her on Twitter. So, yeah, she's done. Gina Carano is done. The guy who plays the Mandalorian is pretty much just off doing whatever he wants now that he doesn't have Baby Yoda to deal with. He's just kind of doing his own thing. Maybe he'll pop up. Maybe he won't. We don't know. But, good so far. So basically with that, guys, thank you for getting this far into the video. Thank you to my subscribers. If you guys want to hit the like button for me, that would be great. If you hit the down button, that would be alright too. Nobody sees it, so it really doesn't matter anymore. If you guys want to watch another video, there will be one popping up here for you. And if you want to subscribe, I made it easy and put it right here for you guys. So again, thank you to all of you guys who got this far in the video. Thank you to all of my subscribers, and we will see you next time. Peace.